Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So the season is just starting out and I did my scalp. Now I had to time my scalp because we had a period of on and off rain, but I waited for the first dry day, preferably 2 days after it rained, and I did my scalp. Scalping is the act of removing dormant Bermuda grass in order to make way for new growth. Now you don't need a real mower to do this. I've done this with a rotary mower in the past, but the main thing is to bag up your clippings and dispose of it. I can see the weather is slowly starting to change and it's starting to become a little warmer outside. Now I'm still seeing 40s as the lows during the nights, and this is concerning to me. So because of this, I'm not going to fertilize just yet. So I'm going to wait another week, maybe play it by ear. But the main thing is you can start to see new growth on the turf if you look very closely. And guys, this is why we scalp. When you scalp, you're gonna get that new growth faster than everyone else. So scalping will encourage new, faster growth. You'll be the first one in the neighborhood to have a green lawn. So after I scalped, I had a hard decision to make. I noticed there was more rain coming in and I did not want to put down my second application of a pre-emergent. So I decided to wait a few days, and it's a good thing I did because there was a lot of rain in a short amount of time and my backyard was pretty much flooded. Had I put down the pre-emergent then, some or most of it would have been washed away. Now it's time for my second application of a pre-emergent. I waited for a dry day, preferably 2 days after it last rained. You want to make sure you apply this to a dry turf. Now the pre-emergent of choice I like to use is prodiamine. But another liquid of choice that's actually a really good one is Dimension. Dimension will give you good pre-emergent control and it'll last a long time. And the good thing about Dimension is it has a little bit of a post-emergent property to it. Now it's not going to get rid of your existing weeds, but if you got small baby crabgrass, it will take care of that for you. Just like prodiamine, Dimension requires a calibrated backpack sprayer. You got to make sure you use your backpack sprayer and have it calibrated to your walking speed. My walking speed is roughly about 1 gallon per 1,000 square foot. So I'm able to cover 4,000 square foot at a time. So the mixture rate I'm using for Dimension is 0.73 ounces per 1,000. Times 4, that comes out to be 2.92 ounces of Dimension over a 4,000 square foot area. Really easy to mix, but you got to make sure you get your calibration down right. I like to fill my backpack sprayer up halfway with water, add the Dimension, and then fill it up the rest of the way. You want to make sure you agitate really well. Now the beauty about using liquids is that you can actually mix other types of liquid along with your pre-emergent. You could mix a post-emergent, you could even mix a fertilizer. Just be mindful of how each one works. Pre-emergent has to be watered in order to get pushed down into the soil. But a post-emergent, or at least most post-emergents, require leaf contact in order to be effective and start the kill process. So usually if you're doing a post and a pre-emergent, you're gonna have to do some type of compromise. Maybe apply them both at the same time, but wait 2 days before you water it in. But your best bet is usually to apply your pre-emergent, water it in, and then come back around and use a post-emergent a few hours later. After you apply the pre-emergent, you gotta make sure you water it in. But because I scalped, I don't have to water as heavily. Most of the soil surface is exposed, so a light watering in order to push down the pre-emergent into the soil. Now after you applied your pre-emergent and you've had the chance to water it in, moving forward for the rest of the season, there's one thing that you need to do. You need to go out there and mow consistently. At least once a week you want to get out there and mow. But if you're mowing once a week, you're going to have to keep your Bermuda on the higher side. If you could commit to mowing twice a week, you can actually go down just a little bit lower. But you're gonna have to play around if you're using a rotary mower. Usually with a rotary mower, you're having issues with accidental scalping parts of your lawn if you get down too low. So this is where you have to play around with the height of the mower in order to find that sweet spot. But the main thing, the most important thing you have to do as the season starts off is to make that commitment to mow Pick whatever day of the week it is, but make sure you get out there and mow minimum once a week. If you can do once a week, you're gonna be better than most people. Doing it once every 2 weeks, I highly don't recommend, but it can be done. But usually you're gonna have to keep your grass at a much higher level. Now, commit to once a week mowing, but if you can do it twice a week, that is a bonus. Hope you found this video useful, and if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe for more future content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.